Welcome, everybody, to Good Times, Bad Times. We have a very special guest. We got two guests here tonight. We have DJ Vinny Dice.
What's going on, pal? How you doing? Thanks for having me.
It's awesome that you're here, man. Thank you for coming down.
Thank you.
And his sidekick, I call you sidekick, Tony Sausage, ladies and gentlemen.
Tony Sausage. You got to say it right. You got to
Sausage.
Yeah, you got
Sausage. How you doing, Joe?
It's nice to see you, man. Thanks
you too, cuz.
Thank you for coming down.
Thank you for having us.
You guys are awesome, man. I watch you guys cooking on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Tuesday night, 8 p.m., the Tony Sausage, Vinny Dice Tony Sausage cooking show, 8 o'clock. You never know what could happen, man.
Exactly. You never know.
We had fires. We had pots broken. We had all kinds of things.
Gloves melting.
But at the end of the day, at the end of the night, the food comes out perfect and it's delicious.
I was going to ask you, how's the food taste?
That's right. Oh, forget it. The best. Like homemade.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of people tune in. My wife wants to, I was telling her about it, and she wants to tune in and get some ideas.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
what do you mean like homemade? It is homemade.
It is homemade.
Like homemade.
I'm a little nervous right now.
About what?
It tastes homemade. The best I could do is mac and cheese, man, you know. But
Yeah, good mac and cheese could be very expensive. They got lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah.
You know,
they
mac
get
and
creative.
cheese.
They get
It's
creative.
no
now.
joke, man. Don't take it lightly.
Yeah.
Come a
So,
long way.
Vinny Dice, I would like to say that I don't know how many years. I think it's at least 3 years. You've been the best DJ on Long Island, voted by Beth Page Federal Credit Union, right?
Yes.
Best on Long Island. I even put a little bookmark in here.
Yeah, I don't like the way they got my ad. They got it in the corner, then you got to follow it on the other side.
Best DJ on Long Island, DJ Vinny Dice, and I could vouch for that. I could definitely vouch for that. Vinny Dice, I DJed with him once, and I went, and I felt like I was in 5th grade, just starting out as a DJ. He blew the doors off the place, and I'm professional because I get paid, but I mean, this is your professional DJ right there.
You know what? Since 1979, when I was 13, and we had the first house party in my basement. And that was it. It just took off from there, and we kept going. And then I had a business going, and I said, you know what? Let's blow it up. Let's go full stream. So that's what happened. I just took it full force, and it's been busy. It's been good, and thank God. Knock on wood.
People love him.
Oh man, it's crazy, And you watch the videos. He's got everybody. You put up live videos all the time. It's like I'm watching. I'm like, man, why can't I be Vinny Dice?
No, well, you have a different type of personality, which I don't have, but it's a good one. It should take off
eventually.
Yeah,
eventually. But like I saw you guys at Patricia's in Hicksville. I think you were doing the towel thing. You had everybody sitting there dancing at the tables.
Your birthday. Yeah. It's your birthday.
Every Friday night at 7:30 to 11. Myself and Tony, we go over there. Tony sings like a couple Italian songs, Lazy Mary and a few things, and it's just a great time. Yes. It's just a good time. Families come out and they have a great time. If you're having a birthday, I'm telling you,
that's the place to be.
Friday night, 7:30 we start. Come down to Patricia's in Hicksville. It's a great time.
Oh, awesome, man.
Food is delicious.
Food
Joe and Louie are great.
You actually could pick up the energy from a freaking video. I mean, I can imagine. I can imagine being there.
Well, forget it.
So.
Yeah, good times.
Good times, man. But yeah, so we did a wedding. Long story short, I had I've been doing weddings, parties for these biker friends. Great guys, I met them through a church. I did a church event, and a bunch of them are bikers. Good guys. They have a bikers club over in Lindenhurst. I do all their private parties.
Nice.
And the owner and his wife were going to get married, and they're like, we really want to do it big. I'm like, all right, do you have like an MC or something? I'm like, it's brainstorming. Like, yeah, I could get somebody. I'm thinking like I got guys who I could spend, whatever, like my level. And then they're like, no, we want to go big. I'm like, I could see, man, the best MC I know is DJ Vinny Dice. I could see he's available.
He really is.
And I reached out to Vinny, and the rest is history. He came to the house with me. He sat down professionally, sat down with the bride and groom. Just awesome, made them relaxed, and when the wedding happened, I was up there shaking. Like you said, you get nervous, man?
Oh, yeah.
Because how many people were there?
There was a lot of people, probably over 200 people.
Right?
Yeah, it was a good time.
And I'm not scared of bikers or anything, but there were mostly bikers leaning up against the wall, there's no way these guys are gonna dance. It is kind of like what?
Well, how do you think I feel? Here I am, a Guido from Queens, right? I'm walking. Tony, you got to see this. I'm walking into the joint, and motorcycles, Harley Davidson jackets, bandanas flying everywhere, and here's Vinny Dice. He's got the pinky ring. Thank God I didn't put on the sweatsuit. I had a regular suit on, and I'm saying to myself, what am I going to do over here? Then all of a sudden, my man Joey Petroni, he hits Earth, Wind, and Fire, and boom, dance floor's packed. I'm on the mic. Let's get it going.
Even the bikers are dancing?
What's that?
Even the bikers are dancing?
Well, that's what I was going to get to that. Because here's the funny part. All right, first, when you brought the bridal party in, it was like, I've been to weddings since I was a kid, just like you and everyone else. It was the best introduction I've ever seen.
Vinny's on point.
It was the best. And I'm sitting up there going, I'm in such awe of watching this that I forget that I got to get the first dance ready. Like, oh, whoa.
Yep.
But yeah, so like after the first dance, I think we started to do some dancing. And Vinny said, all right, he just took control of the room. And then you were asking about the bikers. He did. He pointed to the guys at the bar. He's like, you get out here. He had everybody out there holding hands, doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Vinny's good at that. He knows how to do it.
Yeah. All the guys against the wall with
30 plus years.
Yeah, sure. You had no idea what I was thinking. When I'm saying, get off the ball, let's go, get on the deck. They're listening. They're like, look at this. They're listening to me. Holy smokes.
I'm looking at the door to get the hell out of there. How to get out of here when the shit hits the fan. But no, man, he had everybody in there dancing. I don't think anybody there's not one person that was not dancing.
It's a good time.
Most of the night.
But don't forget, you playing the music had a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? You played great music. I was very impressed by the selection of music you picked.
Right.
And, that helps me out because if you're playing something bad, doesn't matter what I say, nobody's coming on the dance floor.
Right.
So combined, it was a
awesome.
Great time and a great
awesome.
night.
Yeah, it was a great night.
Are they still married, by the way?
Yeah, they still are. I'm gonna be doing a backyard party.
Oh, all right. Let me know.
God bless.
Yeah. So the funny part of the night was I forgot my headphones. If Vinny comes up, he was going to cue up a song. He's like, where's your headphones? Hey, buddy, where's your headphones? I'm like,
never saw that before.
You're DJing without headphones? Yeah. I mean, obviously on here I could do beat matching, and I have set stuff that I know works together, and I got the BPMs and stuff like that. But
I was gonna run the PC Richards song.
I was embarrassed.
I had no headphones with him.
I was embarrassed because he's like, "Where's your where's your headphones?"
I was kind of impressed. You did it without the headphones. Yeah.
It doesn't always work because if you download a video off YouTube or something, there's sometimes a little intro and you don't have your headphones. It's like they're talking.
Yeah.
Like Taylor Swift's talking. This little movie video going on, and people looking at you like, "What the hell?" But
yeah, I could see a little bit of an insubordination without headphones.
A little bit.
Well, you pulled it off.
So dinner's done at a party, any party. It could be, I'd say an adult party. It's maybe like a wedding, maybe a 50th birthday party or something.
Okay, so dinner's over. That's it. The maitre d' says to me, "All right, Dice, get him up.
Get him dancing.
Get him going."
What's your go-to song?
It all depends. I got to look at the crowd. I got to see what's out there. If I just see, it's an older type crowd. What I mean by older is like between 40 and 50. Vinny Dice's favorite song. Everybody knows me. I rockin' out, baby, bubba to the boogie, bang, bang, the boogie to the boogie, the beat. Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat. Hand me the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. See, I am Vinny Dice, and I like to say hello to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, the purple, and yellow. And that's what I do, and that's it. Now, let's just say that's the type of crowd. The minute Vinny Dice plays that, picks up the mic, that's it.
Yeah, I've seen you do it.
We got him.
I've seen you do that also.
And you just saw it again.
At a different party, I saw you do it, and you had a crowd around you singing with you, and that is a great song to start a party.
Yes.
That's a great choice.
Is that the light that's making that noise?
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was the light or I didn't have lunch.
What happened was someone was drunk, came up and stepped on my light and cracked it. So
that happens.
But when the music's playing, you can't hear the noise.
No.
All right.
Now, what about you? If let's say dinner's over and you got to go to. I mean, you and I are from two different. I'm more the disco-y type guy. Like that Guido from Queens. You're more of like a rock and roller.
Right.
So
my go-to song after if Maitre D says, "Hey, Joey, get these guys up." My go-to song is this one right here.
What do you got? Oh, yeah. Remember that, Tony?
Yeah.
A couple of guys beat me up to the song. Oh, yeah.
Long Island's own.
Yes.
Now,
Tony, you know who sings that song?
Who sings that song?
I'm asking you.
Cause I come from Ozone Park, just like you. I don't know
Come
who
on.
sings it.
You don't know who sings
I
that?
know all the Guido songs.
Joe, tell him
Who
who
is
sings
it?
this song, will you?
it's Twisted Sister.
Twisted Sister from Long Island.
T.S.
Long Island's very own
Oh,
Twisted
yeah.
The
Sister.
guy, that lead singer.
T. Snyder.
Yeah.
D. Schneider with the long blonde hair.
Yeah.
Oh, of
Of
course.
course,
Got
I know who it is now.
curly kind of hair.
Yeah, the curly long hair. He lives
I
out
would-
in Suffolk County.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See?
Now I know.
Yeah.
A nudge.
He's one of the reasons why I look like this.
That's
I
right.
I idolized the guy, man. But okay, so unlike you,
Yeah.
it's 50-50 for me. When the maitre d' says get him up dancing, and I hit, it doesn't always work, Vinny, but it doesn't matter because I'm having a good time.
That's all
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Oh, you're having fun.
I'll do a little
That's
head
great.
banging out there, you know, and loosen up the crowd.
I like rock too.
I like
I
the
like
classic rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So yeah, so I mean, obviously, I have to sit through some of the stuff I don't like because that's what you got to do. But
Of course.
when I'm doing that, I have the headphones on. That's why I wear my headphones. I'm listening to Iron Maiden while they're listening to like Pitbull. Or
Oh, is that
something,
what you're doing? Because I
Really?
saw you were off beat. I'm like, what is he? Listen to the same song he's playing.
No, I got the
It's not
headphones
making sense.
in my headphones. I'm listening to Iron Maiden, and the
Right.
dance floor is dancing to Pitbull.
Yeah, I think he had Donna Summers and he's banging his head like that. I said, can't be.
That's how I stay awake during the parties.
I got to
Right.
see that. I got to witness that.
Hey, listen, whatever works for you. If that's what works, do
Nobody
it.
knows. As
Nobody
long as, well, now they know, but nobody normally knows.
well.
All right, so now you got a couple. They want to dance to a slow song. What would be your go-to slow song to get the dance floor going? 50 years old or so.
They call me the godfather of old school.
Okay.
I am old school.
All right.
My go-to slow dance song is Unchained Melody.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a great song.
You
Great
gotta
song.
do it.
Awesome song.
You gotta do it.
Yep.
Then after that, I might do a little Leanne Rhymes. I even might throw a little Engelbert Humperdinck in there.
Okay.
You know that one, Tony. So I sing you to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, sing
Yeah.
it. Keep going.
No.
Why not?
You got a good
You
voice.
sound good.
Tony, sing it.
Come on.
Yeah. So that's it. But you know what? I do a rose dance.
Okay.
You know what that is?
Yes,
You
you
do.
did it at the wedding, I think.
Right.
Yes.
And they work great. So if you just got married to 5 years, come up 6 to 10, 11 to 15, and then we keep going until we get the oldest couple on the dance floor, and we hand them a rose. We make a
Nice.
circle, and that's good for pitches. We get everybody up because all the couples are up,
Everybody
and it's
gets
a nice,
involved.
beautiful thing.
Right.
And if they're paying me a lot of money, we'll give them a bottle of champagne,
Nice.
depending.
What kind of
You know?
champagne?
I don't know, $15 bottle.
Brute?
It's champagne. You're worried about how much it costs?
Hasta
They're getting it for nothing.
It depends on what he's getting paid, man.
Right away, you're worried about how much everything costs. No matter where I go with this guy, how much it costs. Where'd you get that jacket? How much did you pay for it? Where'd you get those
I
sneakers?
want to
How
buy. I
much?
don't know how much it is.
Leave it alone.
I made the mistake once of going to get a bottle of wine to somebody at work who had a baby or something, and I did go for the cheap bottle, and they knew it, and I didn't know, man. I went in, it's like $5.99 at the door, I was like, I got her a bottle of wine. And my wife's like, are you kidding me?
Especially if you just had a baby. You don't want them drinking with the newborn in the house. Hey, honey, give me another glass. You too? Hey, have another one. Where's the kid? I don't know. We got a kid now.
This way they can sleep through the night, man.
Yeah.
So then this is the one I'm going to play it on here, and I don't know if you guys ever heard this song. You probably have, but this is the one I would play when they ask for a slow song. Let me speed it up.
You don't speed it up in the middle of the plane.
Well, I want to get to the words. Oh, this might be the karaoke version.
You ever make that mistake?
You ever do that?
No.
Oh, I've done that.
No, I got to double check 5 times. I make a photo
Well,
on the computer.
That's when you have headphones.
That's where they come in, Joey. They come in handy sometimes.
Hey, you know what I do? I say, oh, this is the extended version. This is the yeah.
Oh, you kind of
And then I mix in.
away.
Yeah, like it'll be like the introduction of the song, and then I'll
Right.
just mix in the
You
real
mix
one.
it in the.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the name of the song is "Love Hurts" by Nazareth, and that's not really a love song. It's more of a breakup song, and I didn't realize that for about maybe 5 years, and I started to realize when nobody was
Nazareth.
dancing. Nazareth.
Nazareth.
Love Hurts.
Love hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that song, Tony?
It's all right.
Okay.
I used to like the song growing up, so when they said play something slow, I'd play that, and I didn't realize that
Yeah.
it's a breakup song.
See, we're playing Always and Forever. things like that.
Old
That's
school.
the difference between.
Old school. I gotta
the
tell
old
you,
school, yeah.
the old school. I do love freestyle. I always have.
You do?
I do. Yeah. I grew up with free. That's like the roller rink stuff back when we were
Right.
younger. You know.
I don't believe you like freestyle.
I do.
Joe. I don't.
All right,
I
ask
don't
me a
believe it.
freestyle question. I'm not really that good.
If you can name me 4 freestyle songs, Tony give you $20.
All right, Maria,
Yeah.
TKA.
Well, right.
Right.
Okay, you're giving us the artist too. Go
Oh,
ahead.
all right. All the names of the songs.
Yeah, that's the end of that.
10 seconds left. Hurry
Nah,
up.
Forget about it. Hey, listen, you got Maria.
Let the music play.
Shannon, I don't know
Nah.
if that's really considered freestyle, but I'll give it to you
We'll
because
give it
you
to
ain't
you.
going past that.
Oh man, you got me on the spot now.
Well, that's why this is what we're asking here.
Can I look at my playlist quick?
Well, then that defeats the whole purpose.
All right. There's something about Silent Morning or something.
There's something about it.
Silent
Yeah.
Morning, right?
Yeah.
I don't know
Is
if
that
it's
the right name?
freestyle.
No, that's freestyle.
Is it? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Sorta.
Sort of, kind of.
All right, Joe, just give us $20.
Judy Torres.
Oh, yeah, she's good.
Right.
Name me one song she sings. She's got about 1,000 of them. Oh, forget about it.
You know?
Rock You Like a Hurricane. Let's go back there.
Yeah, the Hurricanes are
What do
playing.
Back to the Uncle Sam days.
The Hurricanes.
Joe, it's all right. Listen, you tried. I mean, look, you might think you like freestyle because
right.
you like 1 or 2 songs. That's not bad. I think I like rock.
I should
but-
rephrase it.
Go ahead.
I like old school.
Old school.
I do like Rob Bass.
Oh,
It
now
Takes
we're
Two.
talking.
Bass,
Yes.
I like
Joy
Jump
and
Around.
Pain. Yep, Jump Around.
Joy and Pain.
Yep, that's Rob Bass.
It's
yeah.
Tricky. Run DMC.
Yes,
DMC.
yes.
That's old school.
Well, it's tricky. I know why you like
Old
that song
school
because they
hip-hop.
hooked up with Aerosmith.
Yeah.
And they did all that. I know what he's doing.
Walk This Way.
Yeah, I know what you're doing there.
All right.
Can't
What
put
else?
one over
Push
on
It. Right. Push It real good.
You know who
Salt,
sings that?
Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper's
Salt and
here.
Pepper.
We're in
All right. So listen, I know some old
No,
school.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm sure.
House
you do.
Party. I don't know who does House Party.
Yeah, me either.
Naughty by Nature's.
Yeah, Naughty by Nature.
Who's OPP?
Yep.
Well, he knows. He
I know
knows a
some.
few.
Yeah, he's look. He's,
Nah, he's
ramming
there,
them
he's
all.
there.
He's all right.
Joe's all right. He knows.
No, he knows. He knows.
God bless Joe.
Well, I mean, not. You get the girls on the dance floor. Those are the songs you'd be playing,
Right.
You know, to get the ladies out dancing.
Don't forget September. That's your. I know that's one of your go-tos.
I think
You-
September. I open up with
Yeah,
September
I think
almost
you
all
do.
the time.
That's a great opening song.
Do
And-
you remember? Huh?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know if it goes together. I didn't even checked, but I if they're dancing, I always go into "You Should Be Dancing" by the Bee Gees. It's maybe the BPMs aren't the same, but it keeps them on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And if they're not dancing,
works.
it's a great thing to say. Hey guys, you should be dancing. You know.
Right. Sure. Or Let Me Take You Dancing.
Let me take.
Take you
Yeah, who's that?
dancing.
That's a good song.
Yeah. You know who sings that?
No.
Who sings it? Tell him.
What's
Vinny, will you tell him?
What's his name there? Not Lee Sawyer. Oh, what's his name? Oh my God.
I don't
Joe
remember.
Frank.
Let me
Oh,
take.
what's
you,
his
let
guy?
me take.
He
me
sings another
take you
song and you don't think it's the same guy.
dancing.
What's the,
That is a great song.
who sings that?
Brian Adams. No.
Brian Adams.
Is it
Bryan Adams?
Right?
Yeah.
Ain't that him?
Yeah.
And he sings. What else does he sing? And nobody believes.
He does Summer '69, which is like
Right, but
total
I
opposite.
couldn't believe it's the same guy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, right here. Let Me Take You Dancing. Brian Adams.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Is that a remake of someone else?
Yeah, Brian Adams, right here.
You'd never know it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me take you dancing.
Dancing.
Sure.
That's it. Joe's dancing.
Nice. See, this is old school. This is what Vinny Dice grew up. When this song was playing, I was cruising my '79 Coupe de Ville up and down Cross Bay Boulevard in Howard Beach. I had on the pinky ring, we had the Cougine lean, the Playboy decks, the Sergio Tacchini sweatsuit, and then we went over to 86th Street in Brooklyn. Remember that time? Oh, forget it. Looking for Maria, you know what I mean? Good old days, Joe.
Awesome, man. That's a great song. And the funny thing is that Brian Adams does Summer '69, which is more like a rock song. So it's like
Yeah, I can't believe it's the same guy.
he's like a Joey Petroni himself.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Good
and
stuff, man.
yeah, great song. Let me take you dance. Let me think one more old school song. Rapper's Delight. That's your. That's
Well,
your.
that's my
That's
thing.
your
his
You
thing.
can't
yeah.
touch that. I don't
Yeah.
want to see you do a party next week and start singing Rapper's Delight. A lot of people take it from me. You know what I mean? It's all over TikTok and everything.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, don't take it that, you know.
Right. So, you came down to a charity event at my school maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Do you remember that?
That's right. That was a good time.
Yes. And do you remember the whole bit?
I remember the act you did. Yeah, it was like a headless man or something,
was-
and you wanted to buy a head.
Right. Basically what it was it was a comedy night, and I was trying to make it entertaining all around. And I was like, oh man, I should get Vinny Dice to come down here with Big Time Tommy.
Yes, Tommy was with me, and we were in the audience. And you said, anybody got something here, whatever? And we came up like if we were selling a head,
Well, basically what I did, the bit was I have a ventriloquist puppet, and I'm up on stage, I take him out, and, the audience is watching, and he's got no head.
Okay.
And the head's missing. And I go, oh, man, I don't know where the head is. And then from the back, I had these guys come up. You want the head? Hey, buddy, you want the head? I got your head. I got a head right here. And they came up the middle aisle. It was funny, man. They came up, and I put the head on.
That's great.
The only problem was the way we came up, people thought we were serious.
Right.
Because we came up like two Goombas,
Right. Right.
Oh, pal, you want a head? Yeah, we got him over here. And you're like, do you? And he puts on a good show. He looks serious. And we looked serious. And the audience had their mouth open.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my God, who are these two guys over here with a head in the bag?
That's great.
And what was great about that night was we put the head on. I did maybe one or two jokes. And then Tommy went over to the DJ booth. And then you did Rappers to Life. Everybody.
All right, I want you to sing along if you know the words. You ready? I said a hip hop, a hip to the hip hop, you don't stop the rocket to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie the beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. Hand me the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Vinny Dice, and I like to sing.
Yes.
Awesome.
Got a lot of good feedback.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
So then, I was looking around, and then I was at Madhouse TV years ago, and I found you on Madhouse TV. I knew you were on. I watched you live a few times.
Yeah.
You had comedians like Terry McNeely on there. And
Yeah, I had a lot of good people on there. Carol Douglas was on there. Terry McNeely. I had Cuzzo from Brooklyn that was on there. Yeah, I had a few
singers too.
Yeah. What's his name? The magician. Angel. What's the guy's name?
Angel?
Chris Angel.
Oh, Chris Angel. Yeah.
I didn't have him. I had his brother. Well, I'm just saying,
He's a half a magician.
JD. You know JD, don't you? He used to have the music place over here. The guitars and all that stuff. But anyway,
familiar,
because Chris Angel's cousin is my brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not.
All right.
My wife's sister's husband is Chris Angel's cousin, and his name is Gus. And Gus said, yeah, I could get you maybe Chris Angel.
Nice.
And I said, oh, man, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And he calls me up because I get his brother. I said, hey, brother good enough.
He gets some stories about his brother.
Yeah, right? So JD came on, nice guy, really nice guy. And he had a lot of great stories. And he works with Chris, and he does a lot of tricks himself. And he knows a lot of the,
secrets
behind the scenes. I don't know about secrets. I believe in magic.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff, you look at it, man, it's like there's no explanation.
No.
It's crazy how they do it.
It's a talent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you know something, don't tell me.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
Nah,
Yeah, it's like
I want to be amazed.
Yeah, it's like
Sure.
ruining Santa Claus for a child.
Yeah.
Let him
What do you
believe.
mean?
Good way
Let
to
him
look
believe.
What do you mean by that?
Let him
Oh, I love Santa. Come on.
yeah, let him believe.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that was Madhouse TV.
Yeah,
and,
you were awesome on that, man.
thank
It's like
you, I appreciate
you were really, really.
Right. Didn't you have a show on there?
I was with Joe Giannino, a friend of mine. It was the Joe Giannino show, but I was his helper. I was like his.
Oh, it didn't.
I was his intern.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was a Joe Giannino show. I helped him, out behind the scenes and stuff. But
Yeah, Madhouse TV was probably one of the first internet TV things I've ever seen. And, we're going back to, 2012, maybe?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good time
That was a
over
great
there.
studio.
Wow, 10 years ago.
Yeah. I had a partner, a guy, his name was Enzio.
Yes.
You remember Enzio?
Yes, I love the shows that you had with him on there.
Yeah, so a buddy and his wife own IGA
Okay.
in Massapequa Park, great supermarket, neighborhood supermarket, and Enzio was the produce manager. And, Enzio is a character.
Awesome character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys.
You just laugh.
You got to laugh.
Yeah.
The minute he says anything, you laugh.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
He could say he's going in for heart surgery. You're cracking up. That's how funny the guy was.
Yeah.
And I had him on, he was with me, and people loved him.
Right.
We would get letters asking, Enzio, could you answer this question? And I would read it over the thing, and his answers were so bizarre.
Right. Right.
But he was great. And
I saw the episode, and I was laughing out loud. Was the one where I think it was Valentine's Day. He took his wife out to dinner, and you're like,
Right.
"Oh, that's so nice. Where'd you take her? That's really nice." And he
Yeah.
said, "Boston Market."
yeah.
And then you're like, you were trying to get into the romance of the story.
Right.
Like after Boston Market, did you guys have
Yeah.
a romantic night?
Sure.
And he goes, no, we continued the next day. And you said, oh, so you're too tired, so you continue. No, we had the leftovers of Boston Market.
I'm trying to explain to him Valentine's Day. First of all, Boston Market really isn't. But he calls his girl Sweetie. He goes, no, my Sweetie loves Boston Market.
Right.
So we went there, and okay. So when you got home, maybe a rose or a glass of wine or something, and he's a character.
He's a character. I was laughing.
That's
out
all
loud.
I could
And
say.
he was serious, that's the whole thing. He's like,
a genuine guy, and
what you see is what you get. That's what.
That's it.
Yep.
That's good.
I love this story, but so we go to the IGA, and my daughter gets she's putting the bottles in, and she's having fun. Basically, it's just to have fun. She's putting the bottles in, having a good time, and the machine gets jammed.
Now they call me when the machine. By the way, when the
Yeah,
machine gets
okay.
jammed, I get called.
All right, so the machine gets jammed,
Yeah.
and the kid comes out, maybe he's 17 years old. He comes out. I think he had a broom. He goes in there. He's sweeping them out. And he's trying to get in there with the broom handle. He's trying to fix it, and he's trying to fix it. And you pull up.
Yeah.
I think you were in your Cadillac. All of a
I
sudden
pulled up
Yeah,
in
you
the
pulled
car.
up. Yeah, you
Oh,
just pulled up.
okay.
You pulled up right on the side by there.
Right.
I guess you were checking
Yeah.
in. And for me, I mean, Vinny Dice is like, he's a celebrity, a neighborhood celebrity. So when he pulled up, I'm like, oh shit, it's like I don't call you Fonzie, but it's something along that level,
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, Vinny Dice, So I figure you're just gonna go inside, but you say, what's the problem to the kid?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, it's jammed.
Right.
And then you tried to fix it for a minute. And
I did, huh?
You
'Cause
tried.
I'm not mechanically inclined, but all right.
Yeah, you were looking at something. You didn't put your hands in
I
there.
was probably perpetrating it.
Yeah, you were thinking. You were in deep thought like this.
Yeah. No, that's just called a time kill. But yeah. So what happened?
So
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you looked at the situation,
Right.
and then you looked at the bottles in the back of that cart on the back of my bicycle.
Right.
And then you looked at my daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you went like this. You were sizing up. You go.
Yeah.
You took a $20 bill and you gave it to my daughter, and you said, "Hey kid, go get yourself a pack of gum." And I thought that was awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate
That
it.
was
And
awesome.
you know what? Working at
you remember
IGA, you know what? Working at IGA, it probably cost me money more than I was making.
Right.
Because when I see the kids, I get, with the kids. So, yeah, usually I just say, here you go.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
what a great guy, man. It's like we went over to J&R over there,
You don't got that 20. Huh?
and we got the pack. Yeah, I owe you 20
I was
bucks.
wondering if you
I
had
owe
that
you
on you. Could use it
I
today.
owe you $20 bucks.
But all right.
But we went and got a pack of gum, and I was like, wow, what a great
there
guy,
you go.
man. Yeah.
See that?
Yep. I told my wife that story, and we thought you were awesome ever since. We always
Thank
thought you
you.
were awesome, but you were
And-
like, guy's great.
And you know what's funny? When I started going there and the kid was packaging my bags.
Yeah.
So same thing. I took out money and I was giving it to the kid, and then the lady comes up. Now I just moved here. I don't know
Right.
who they are, and she goes, "That's my son. I own the store."
Oh. Oh.
And they'll never. And so I said, "But I feel bad."
Yeah.
So the kid liked. I had a bandana, believe it or not, a
Yeah.
white bandana.
Okay.
And the kid liked the bandana. So instead of the money, they appreciate. So I gave the kid the bandana.
Nice.
And they
Nice.
and that was 2000. So all these years later, now the kids
The kids
grown
all-
up,
yeah.
and they'll never forget that
That you did that.
story.
Yeah. Isn't that
great.
crazy?
That's great.
I guess we touched a few people along the way, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, I always try to do the right thing, and usually it's the wrong thing.
You know what? Being that we're on that, me and Tony, we do the cooking show.
Right.
Why do we do it? It is for to get ourselves out there, but mostly it's to touch people.
Right.
Right.
So there was a man, and it's a crazy. His wife wrote a letter, and said, "What keeps me going is watching Vinny Dice and Tony Sajic, blah 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 blah."
Wow.
Blah. His wife was in stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
So the husband, after she passed, sends me what she wrote, and I read it on air. We were all teary-eyed and everything. But he said to me, that's what kept her going. Watching you guys, making her laugh, making her day. And we didn't do the show last week. For my daughter's allergies were going crazy. Tony woke up late.
Oh, okay.
So you got to see the messages we got that was so upset, was so
There
disappointed,
was
but
no
we hope
show.
everything's okay. Yeah. So touching lives is a big thing.
It's a huge thing.
Whether
Oh,
it's
yeah.
through music, as
You
you
make a difference.
comedy, as you know,
Yeah.
because you do all that yourself.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how many lives we touch, and
Yep. You don't know
that's-
it. You
You don't know it.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
And people don't, like you just said, you didn't do the show last week. That's when, like, where I work special ed, right? So if I call in sick one day, people don't know what the hell you do until you're not there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People don't know how you make them feel until you're not there. So like you missed your show last week, and people will realize, man, the impact that you guys have.
Yeah.
When you're not there. When you're there all the time, they take you for granted.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
that's awesome, though. That's a great story. I mean, it's a sad story, but
it is. But knowing
Bittersweet.
that before this woman passed away, that she looked forward to us, and
Right.
maybe, listen, she had a little bit of entertainment before. You never know. Sometimes you give up,
Right.
and you just go before you're supposed to,
Right.
And she
Right.
hung in there, and
yeah.
But the husband was so happy that she had us in her life every Tuesday.
Right. Like she knew you personally.
Oh,
You know? That's what it's like when
it
you
becomes that, yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys know as well as I do that there's nothing on TV these days. So like
Nothing.
nothing. It's horrible. There's nothing. I mean, other than sports, it's not even worth watching.
The old school comedy, the stuff you do on YouTube, that's how when I watch your stuff,
Right.
And it's just good old fashioned. That type of comedy is what I laugh about.
Right.
That's what makes me laugh.
Right.
Not some of the stuff that's on today.
Right, with the laugh tracks where you're supposed to laugh.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Laugh now.
Yeah.
And you guys aren't scripted, which is natural. You're naturally funny, which is awesome. You know,
Right.
And it clicks. You know?
I get to Vinny's house at 6:45, 7 o'clock. He opens the door. What are we cooking? Vinny, I don't know. Let's go to the supermarket.
Tony has a truck that's called the Lunchbox.
Okay.
And he does
The
sausage
Italian
and-
lunchbox.
Right.
Okay.
And he does sausage and peppers and all that good stuff.
Right.
So Tony's more of a chef, a cook than I am.
Okay.
I cook around the house, whatever. I dabble.
Right.
But Tony's the real deal. So I
try.
depend on him to tell me what we're going to make that night.
But he's asking you.
Because he's lazy. He's lazy. You like a fiesta.
Something goes wrong. He wants to blame you.
Where are you? I'm sleeping. Where are you? I'm sleeping.
What do you mean I'm sleeping?
That's all you say is I'm sleeping. So he's always tired. He's
Right.
always sleeping.
So you have no idea what you're cooking until the night of the show. That's
And he's got no idea.
That's what we do.
And then we go there, and then once we get there, he's got to break the guy's shoes that's selling the fish or something.
right.
Whatever. I mean, I could.
I do.
Yeah, I don't want to go into what you do.
Well, I got to ask him if
I
it's
don't want to
fresh,
get the kid in trouble.
we got to eat it.
I'm not going to mention the name of the store.
All right.
So I'm looking around, and he's working.
Okay.
What are you doing? I'm melting the ice. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
The kid's going to write it up. Don't worry about it. So we're getting a pound of shrimp for $3.
Right.
Vinny, what are you doing?
So I don't want to mention the store or nothing because you get the kid in trouble. But
Get him fired.
But he's
We're in
melting
trouble.
down the ice. He's sweeping up. He's got the show. But we get the shrimp for,
Nice, man. Hey.
save the kid a half hour's work.
So I guess one of the questions I'm sure people have asked you, like after you cook all this food, who's eating it? You have people come over. You have,
No, we eat it.
I guess you put it away for Wednesday and Thursday.
Nah, we don't wait.
No,
Nah,
man,
we
really.
eat it. Nah. Lights go out, we eat it.
Let's
Yeah,
go out,
nice.
we eat.
Yeah, we eat it.
Very nice.
That's we've been talking about this problem that we've been having
Okay.
with the weight situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we keep, trying to say to each other, we have to, lose
Right,
a few.
Right.
Yeah, we've been saying it for a couple of years now.
But it's very hard when the tiramisu comes out and the
Oh, yeah.
cannolis come
Oh,
out.
The
yeah.
espresso.
And the espresso and the shrivedel and the,
The fugata.
mangotte and the ravioli and this and that.
Getting hungry, Joe.
Calamari.
Hey, it's just you two guys eating it, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. All right. So let's go back to DJing quick.
Yeah.
All right. So this is good times, bad times. So like, I ask people like to come on the show, like, what's your best time? What's your best memory as a DJ? And then what's one of the worst things, like an amp going out? Like
Right.
now we have the speakers that have power in both. So one goes out, it's like an airplane. You got the other one still going. An airplane can fly with one engine.
Right.
Right.
But back in the old days, you had one amp powering two speakers. The amp goes out, you kind of
You're
like,
done.
whoa, whoa.
So knock on wood,
Okay.
I never had equipment problem.
Okay.
And that's pretty amazing.
Okay.
Never had it. When you say the best time, there's a couple of best times because the best time is when everybody's dancing,
Right.
everybody's having a good time, and at the end of the day, the bride and groom or the guest of the party comes up to you and says, they give you a boost,
Yeah.
and they go, "This was the best night."
Yeah.
That's the best time.
That's the best time.
There is one worse time that sticks out in my head doing this 40 years.
Okay.
And bride and groom, and the bride is dancing with the stepfather. The real father comes out.
Oh, so it's not even, yeah.
Forget about it.
Nothing to
That
do
was-
with you.
Thank God they paid me in the beginning of the night.
Yeah.
Because the wedding didn't go no more than 40 minutes.
It was over.
The cops
Yeah.
were there,
Yeah.
tables were turned,
Yeah.
heads were getting busted up.
Mach.
It was yeah,
Yeah.
I'll never forget. That was it. Other than that, there's really no worse time.
But that wasn't on you. That was just something that
Nothing
happened.
to do
you
with
were
me.
just
I'm
there,
playing
right,
the music.
right.
They're dancing. Here comes the real father.
Right.
Here comes his son. The other
Yeah,
guy's
yeah,
son.
yeah.
Here comes the daughter. The aunt.
Yeah.
Both sides are going at it like no tomorrow. And that was it. They literally, that was the end of it.
Right.
Done. Everybody get out. Leave.
Right. I haven't had anything like that happen in a long time. But like there was a couple of times where I'd be DJing on the water,
Right.
in Massapequa, and it'd be like backyard parties, and it'd be all mixed, and the kids get drunk, whatever, and there'd be fights going on. And now I feel like I'm selfish
Right.
because there's a fist fight going on. The first thing I'm doing is unplugging my laptop and throwing it inside the house. Open up the sliding glass door, put my laptop down, got my lights up on stands. Next thing I do is put the lights down, and then I disappear.
Right.
And what am I going to do, man? Because they're kick the crap out of me too. I
No,
mean,
listen. When that goes down,
Yeah.
you know,
You
gotta
you gotta
protect
do what
yourself,
you gotta
too.
do.
yeah,
When,
get the laptop and go.
I did have a bad dream that I did like this party with a bunch of motorcycle people and it didn't go well. You know what I mean? I had like the night before this big wedding,
So like, there's a couple of things with me. Was DJing. I was threatened once. I was threatened.
For what?
The guy says he's gonna cut my balls off if I don't play the right salsa. He's asking for salsa. I was playing salsa. He's, no,
Wow.
His name, and he put his arm around me in a headlock, and he was being
No
serious.
shit.
Yeah, and I was gonna shut down and leave, but then I'm like, it's not gonna
Shut
end.
down and leave?
I was gonna get the
Should've
hell out.
kicked-
No. This guy scared the crap out of me.
Really?
He had the look in his eyes like he'll. Yeah. So it was one of those nights at Ohika Castle where I was packing my van at the end of the party.
And that's a big venue.
It's a full moon,
Right.
and there's a dumpster, and all I kept thinking was, I kept seeing his face coming out and fucking throwing me in the dumpster. I was like, I was texting my wife, I don't come home, look in the dumpster behind Ohika Castle.
That's terrible.
But another one was, this felt to me like a setup. It was, I had a do not play list at a wedding. And on the list was the chicken dance. I'm like, oh, I gotta play the chicken dance. So now the bride and groom are in, everybody's dancing, and people aren't happy with where they're sitting. So one woman close to the bride goes outside, and the bride follows her outside. So they're outside in the parking lot talking, and so the bride's not in the room. Now the best man comes up to me. He goes, you gotta play the chicken dance. And I'm thinking it's a setup. Like, why would he be asking for the chicken dance? Like 3 songs don't play, So I can't play the chicken dance. Like, I'm the best man. Trust me. He's going to dance. It's going to be fun, man. We're going to have a great time. You got to play the chicken dance. So I'm like, you're the best man. I'll vouch for it. So all right. So I put the chicken dance on. And the truth is, it was awesome. I'll show you the video on this. They had a great time. They're doing chicken dance. They spin each other. It's just probably some kind of stupid joke of theirs. She comes back in from the parking lot, and it almost looked like I was purposely putting the chicken dance on when she had like an exclamation point next to it, do not play.
Oh my God.
And she flipped out, screaming and yelling at me at her wedding, and I'm like trying to explain to her. So with the email I got the next day, she didn't really see the dancing that much. The email I got the next day, I just sent her the video. I'm like, thank God I videotaped the dance floor, because they were her husband's having a
good.
great time,
Yeah.
And that was the same wedding.
But
where,
isn't the song "The Chicken Dance" a staple at weddings?
Yeah,
back in the day.
maybe 30
back
years
in the
ago.
day, yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's
Chicken
more of a
dance.
kids thing, like a communion or
Not
something.
even. They
Nah,
don't even
yeah.
know the
They don't
chicken
play no
dance.
more.
YMCA, electric slide.
Yeah,
All those
Macarena.
things. Yeah, all those things. Nobody.
they went out.
They went out, yeah. And you know what's going out now? Cotton Eye Joe's kind of settling
Cotton Eye
down.
Joe's
It's-
done.
yeah.
Cha-Cha slide is done.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, when people
What a
say to
shame.
me, when I say, all right, what do you want to do? Cutting the cake. It's usually the traditional. The bride cuts the cake. Not today. No more.
No,
Pour sugar on me. Do
Yeah.
this. Do that.
Yeah.
No more. The traditions are gone.
yeah.
That's a shame.
It is a shame.
When I'm 64 was a traditional.
That was a good one, too.
And I think Frank Sinatra was one. I think it was The Way You Look Tonight.
The way you look tonight.
The way you look tonight.
So that same wedding, it was like cocktail hour, and they were on the side on the entrance song when I was at their house talking to them, and I just went up to. Now, a lot of times with me DJing, I get referred from people, so they don't really see me till the day of the wedding. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff's done over the phone.
Right.
So the bride never saw me. So when she saw me, I think she was a little
Like that?
No, I had a ponytail, but I still, you know.
What do you mean like that?
Well, I don't know.
I was wearing a tuxedo. I had a ponytail, but I still, you know.
To say the guy's show like
I look
that.
unkempt.
No, I'm saying, you know.
I look
Looks
unkempt.
good.
So, a long story short, I asked them during the cocktail hour. I said, you know, you guys never really told me what entrance song you wanted. You were thinking about it. You know, I could play your traditional "Get Ready for This" or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the husband, the guy she was married to, looked at me and goes, "Hey, buddy, how about Highway to Hell?" Ooh. And he was pissed. Sure. And I'm like, I took it personal. The rest of the wedding, I'm like, you know, I feel like a dirtbag. You know, I'm looking for nail clippers. You know, I want to cut my nails. So you DJ'd at Sunset Cruises. That's another thing I wanted to mention. I saw a video. You went live on one of those
on the boat
ride.
Yeah,
that's a great gig.
Leaving out of the Nautical Mile.
Yeah,
Captain Lou, and I do it one in June, one in July, and one in August.
Friday nights.
Friday night. I think June. If you go on my page, DJ Vinny Dice or Vinny Dice Ruggiero, you'll see. I think June 24th, July something, August something. And it's a good time.
Yeah, no, we're going to come. We're going to come to the last one with the neighbors. But I think it might have rained that night or something happened. But you still went out.
Yeah.
This happens. You know what happens? There's a downpour, and then he's live and he's out in the ocean and the sun's out. You know, I'm like,
we made the
wrong decision.
We got on the boat and the rain stopped, and the guy had to swab the deck, so to speak, get all the water off of everything.
Yeah, he did.
And as we're leaving, the sun is out, and it's just a beautiful night.
Yeah.
And hopefully we get, you know.
The other thing I thought was cool, I just recently saw, was you were DJing, and there was a robot on the dance floor.
Yes, we just did a Sweet 16 for a beautiful young lady, Juliana.
Okay.
And Juliana, unfortunately, I believe has Rett syndrome, and God bless her soul. She's such a sweet, sweet, innocent girl, and the Mother Maria went all out on this party.
Right.
They had photo booths, bobbleheads, Cinderella. The place looked amazing. Yeah. Everything was beautiful. Her daughter looked beautiful, and they had this robot come out, and you know, he really lit up the party.
It was awesome, man. That must be a new thing. I've seen it 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah, when I DJ at Vitro, they have the robot come out, and it's a cool thing.
Very cool
thing to have.
Very cool visual. So back with me, I'm just looking at my list here. I had introduced a bridal party once,
right?
And I did a great job introducing them, and I had an aunt come up to me while the first dance was going on, screaming and yelling at me. This is because it's probably because of the way I look. I don't think they would talk to you this way, Vinny. Right. I don't think they would.
What did I say to you?
You have a respectful look. I look like a dirtbag.
What did they say?
It's like my sister. My sister's the mother of the bride, and she passed away, and she named her Marie, not Maria. How dare you call her Maria?
Are you Italian?
I read it. I said,
that's a big no-no.
Yeah, got a name.
My mother was Marie.
Okay.
You called her Maria, forget about it.
Yes.
You got to call them by their names. The Italians forget it.
You can't.
They get mad.
Different.
Tore me apart.
Sure.
Tore me apart. And I think, you know, not to put the blame on it, I think it might have been written down as Marie. I might have taken the notes that way.
Yeah. And maybe you wrote it that way.
I might have wrote it that way.
Yeah.
But you know when something like that happens, you have to dig yourself out of a ditch for the rest of the wedding.
Hard. You know, that's hard.
Because it's on video, too.
That's it.
It's on
Listen, I tell people all the time, you got an easy... It's not easy.
No.
It's not. You got one shot at it making this couple's night perfect.
Right.
There's no rewind. There's no do-overs.
Nope.
You mess up the intro. You mess up their first dance. You mess up one thing.
You're not eating.
That's the end of their wedding.
More than that.
You're not eating. That's the end of the wedding. Yeah. You know? I mean, 40 years.
No vino tonight.
I'm going strong, please. Don't let it happen now. But you know, I'm in there and I'm practicing names and I'm going over and go because you have to.
Yeah.
You know, and the older I get, the more shangad I'm getting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, my memory ain't all there.
Right.
I didn't even somebody told me one time, goes, Vinny, what are you doing with the paper? It looks funny on their wedding thing.
They want you to memorize it?
Yeah. But back when I'm 27, 28, 31, 36, I didn't need the paper.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to introduce our bride and groom. You know, it flowed.
Right.
Today,
right. You need the paper.
I need the paper. I need headphones with Tony talking in my ear. Jack and Pete are coming in. Jack and Pete. All right. I'm looking at the paper. Jack. I need I need like a TV in front of me.
Yeah.
You know, all that. What do they call that? A teleprompter.
Well, with comedy back in the day when I had to remember my set list, I'd bring a Budweiser out, and I'd take a list like this. You do it on Word, and I'd put it down to the smallest font, and I'd tape it to the side of a Budweiser bottle. You know what I'm saying?
So what are you doing with the Budweiser?
I'd be up there on stage, and your next joke's
comedy.
about stand up.
Oh, I thought you were introducing the bridal party with the Budweiser.
Well, you could have it on a drink. You could have a little,
Yeah, huh? Dean Martin used to carry a drink. You could do it.
You could put it on there.
Sure.
So, another funny thing that happened to me, and so I don't know if you have any stories like this. That's why I'm mentioning them.
I got a million stories. I got a story. You ever have a bridezilla?
No.
All right. Dance floor is packed. Everyone's dancing. We're going bananas. Bride comes up. What are you doing? I said, what do you mean? What's the matter? What are you doing? I said, wow, we're playing music here.
Yeah.
Not a soul sitting down.
Yeah.
Well, do you see the list I gave you? I says, yeah, but you got Michael Bolton, you got Elton John, you got Billy Joel. We'll play that during no, play it now. I says, right now? Got Pitbull on.
Yeah.
Take it off, play it now.
Wow.
So I tell my guy,
Yeah.
I go, see the list? She's paying us. Kill it down the line.
Yeah.
Vinny, kill it down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Vin, I don't. Kill it down the line. Kills the song down the line. Your Song by Elton John. But everybody leaves the dance floor. She's in the middle going like this.
By herself or
By herself.
happy?
By herself. Just,
Happy.
I don't know if she's happy or
Oh.
but she's like this.
Yeah.
This guy that got me the job,
Yeah.
who was my landscaper at the time, she does this at every party, this and that.
Okay.
Take care, Vin. I'll see you when I cut the lawn. 70% of the people left because they knew that this was going to happen. And she didn't care.
Yeah.
Just sat there.
Wow.
That's
Down
cool.
the line.
That's called handcuffing.
HUD comes over to me.
Yeah.
All right, sit her down. Dinner's coming out. I go,
Sit
well, usually you'd sit everybody down.
Have a seat, please.
Yeah. And then right after dinner, she
Yeah.
comes over. I said, I know, down the line.
Wow. And she didn't care.
75 songs.
And everybody gave up their Saturday night to sit there and watch her
Well,
stand
not
up.
everybody. People started.
They left. They left.
An hour before the party it was just her husband and
Wow.
whatever. But that was a bridezilla.
That's horrible, man.
Yeah,
That's
that-
bridezilla.
that's crazy.
That's the only. That's selfish. You don't care about your guests. or
Very
nothing.
selfish. I've had.
and that's what we did. Down the line.
I call that handcuffing the DJ.
Yeah.
And a lot of times with the playlist, once you get off it, you got them going. Like when you're on the playlist, it's like, oh,
Listen, sometimes you could be a great DJ and look bad. Why? Because
You're
like
following
you said,
them.
you're handcuffed.
You're handcuffed.
If they want this and the crowd doesn't call for it, when I go out and play, I look at the crowd and I say, okay, there's a couple of 18, 20s, majority is in their 40s to 50s. This is what I'm gonna do, and we get it going. But sometimes I'm at Vitro and there's one lady comes up to me all the time and says, "Can you play?" You know the one.
Yeah.
Can you play Spanish music?
right.
I says, yeah, can you just give me a little bit because nobody here wants to hear Spanish.
Right,
music.
right.
Not that, nothing wrong with Spanish. This isn't the crowd for that.
Right.
But I want to make her happy, right?
Right.
So after dancing for about an hour and then I see people getting a little tired, I'll throw it in.
Right.
And, she'll be the only one up there. So you try to make everybody happy,
Right.
but it's impossible.
Right. It is very
Yeah,
possible.
very.
Just like the food at a venue. Not everyone's going to love the food. I don't care how good it
Right.
is. There are always going to be people complaining.
Well, there's people who leave the house to complain.
To complain. That's it. Did you see her dress? See her shoes?
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
she wearing?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It was cold. This
Yeah.
was no good.
Yeah.
See, me, I'm positive.
I'm all positive.
Positive.
At this age now, I don't listen anymore.
Oh,
I don't listen. I can't because it actually brings your energy down.
rare.
Unless
if it's unedible, I'm eating it.
right?
Right.
What's the worst that can happen?
The DJ's playing music. He might not play one of my favorite songs, but I'm still having a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a good time.
I don't expect the guy to play what I want to hear. I
Right.
expect him to play what everybody wants to hear.
Right, and when everybody's dancing, you're gonna have a good time.
That's it.
So things not to say to a DJ. This is obvious.
That'd be a really large
here we
list.
go.
No, there's only three. I only wrote down three.
I probably heard them all a million times.
Everybody will dance if you play it.
Yes. That
You
was
gotta
the
play
lady.
it, everybody.
Oh, if you play it, I promise you everybody. I said, listen to me. Where do you work? This is where I work. I'm telling you, nobody's going to dance to this.
Right.
And I play it, nobody dances.
The second one is, I'm sure you've had this happen to you a bunch of times. I don't know the name of the song, and they start humming it.
Humming it?
Or they start...
How about this? How about this? Were you with me that night? I think you left early. I'm in a booth. You looking at me when I'm
sorry,
talking?
yeah.
I'm in a booth over here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
I feel on the neck the breath.
Right.
You got this song, I don't want to buy one. I go, listen, I'm drunk, and I don't even know what you're saying.
Right.
You know the one. He said, I don't know what you're saying.
Right.
I really don't. But
Right.
you got to get down because you're on top of my neck, and I can't even move. So please get down.
Right.
Come on, Vinny Dice. I don't want to buy one. I said, I'll ask you one more time. Because
Right.
now I'm getting upset. I don't get upset.
Right.
But when I get upset, it's
Right.
all over.
Right.
Vinny. And now she's tugging on me.
Right.
I don't. So what do? Everybody's dancing.
Yeah.
I shut the music off.
I've
Boom.
done that.
Shut it off.
Yeah, I've done that.
Get the hell down! Not here comes the bouncer. Here comes.
Oh
this
wow,
one,
yeah,
Here comes
yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
So yeah, humming the song.
Humming the song.
I've had it.
What you just said about shut the music down.
Shut it down.
I've done that when somebody's won't get away from behind the DJ booth, and it draws attention that you're being bothered. You know, like
We
you're sitting back there arguing with the person. You shut the music down, and go, all right, folks, you know, whatever, and then they finally leave.
Oh
Like,
no, I was mad. I was yelling. I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
But I did it because she was bothering me.
So,
what else you got there? What's the third one?
what kind of music you got? Hey, what kind of music you got?
Could you imagine?
What songs you got?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? What kind of music do you have?
Right.
What do you say?
Especially, today, everything. I mean, back in the day when we had records, I mean, you know, I wasn't limited.
But what do you say? Everything?
Whatever you want. I got everything.
You say
Yeah,
whatever
I
you
say
want.
I got everything. What do you say?
This is a family show.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
How can you ask me, what do I have?
Right.
I got from the 40s to today.
Right.
What do you want to know?
The question is, what do you want to hear? You got to
Right.
ask them.
It's not what do I have. I have a lot.
Right.
What do you want to
What are you looking for?
What are you looking for?
Right. I agree with that. So, the other, as you were talking before, the funny, and this has to happen to everybody, is when you're starting off the party. It could be cocktail hour, and you're playing background music, you know, and it's the right. You know for a fact it's the right volume for the room. But then you got this old guy talking to somebody right in front of your speaker, and he's looking at you saying, "Can you lower it a little bit?" I'm like, you can stand anywhere you want in this entire room. You're standing in front of my speaker, right? I mean,
my line is,
Yeah.
I lower it. They come back. It's still too loud. I lower
Yeah.
it. It's still too loud. I said, I'll tell you what. I can shut it off.
right,
Shut it off.
right.
Because any lower, you're not going to hear it.
You're not gonna hear it,
How about when they ask you play 80s music?
right?
What do you do? What do you play? Give me a song.
Well, I mean, these days I could play anything, but I used to always go with like I want to be starting something. Michael
All right,
Jackson.
so you're playing
Michael
80s
Jackson,
kind of like pop.
Madonna. Yeah,
Pop.
yeah.
But there's 80s disco, there's 80s
All different types
rock,
of all
there's
di-
80s
yeah,
this,
yeah.
there's 80s that.
All different.
So when I hate that, when they say, could you play 80s music?
What kind?
What do you want? You know how many songs were made in the 80s?
Right, right.
You know, you got rock, disco, pop, this, that.
Right.
I could play a million things from the 80s. And of course, whatever you play, what's that?
Right.
Well, it's from the 80s.
Right.
It's not what we want. Well, what do you want?
Right.
Tell me what you want.
Give me the song.
I got it.
I like saying, give me a song. You give me a song, I'll know what kind of direction to go into.
Right.
When people say, can you play freestyle?
Right.
The smile is from ear to ear, and I'm happy as a pig in mud. Why? Because that's my thing. Freestyle music, and there's no mistaking it.
Right.
This is freestyle. You may not like, this particular song, but you'll like the next
Right.
10 in a row.
Right.
But at least you know you're going to hear freestyle.
Right.
80s music, if I'm playing Madonna and you want to hear AC/DC was 80s, no?
Yeah.
Or 70s.
Twisted Sister. Yeah, it was all 80s. Yeah.
80s.
Kiss. Yeah.
Kiss,
They're all
yeah.
out in 80s, you know.
Rolling Stones?
Def Leppard. Rolling Stone. They all had albums in the 80s.
Metallica?
70s,
Metallica,
80s,
yeah,
90s,
Ozzy?
Metallica.
Ozzy?
Ozzy's 80s.
Crazy
80s.
Train.
Yeah.
Crazy Train's one of my
The
favorites.
remix. We got the Crazy Train remix. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of get lost at
the
that. Because
same-
then I don't know what he's saying.
Millions
poor
of
guy.
The same goes with 90s when they ask for 90s. I mean, it's the same exact thing as the 80s.
Well,
you have
90s was to me the hip hop era.
The
right.
best.
That was 90s.
Right.
You throw in the Biggie and this guy and that guy and Rob Bass 90s? Yeah, right?
Rob Bass, yeah, and then Vanilla Ice, right?
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Late 80s, the early 90s.
Yeah, 90s again, you
Don't
can't
you
really
know, pump it up.
70s. Now that's another one. You want 70s disco, you want 70s rock, you want 70s whatever.
Now, you've been DJing as long as I've been DJing since
79.
83.
79.
Okay,
I was
83.
13.
I was maybe, I don't even know how old I was.
Well, what year was it? Well,
83.
subtract
Oh,
that,
yeah,
but
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
do the
So
math.
83, I was in 11th, 10th grade. My neighbor across the street was a DJ.
Right.
and he asked my mom if I could help him at the Riviera. He had weddings there every Saturday to get the stuff in, get the stuff out. But I sat there and watched him DJ. I'd sit there and watch him DJ. And then my friend and I bought equipment when we got older, shopping carts. We're doing backyard parties, pulling shopping carts on bicycles. So, I've been DJing. So my point is that the oldies used to be the 20s and 30s, 50s. Yeah, the oldies now are the 70s and 80s.
70s
You
and
play some
80s.
oldies? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
crazy.
is crazy. And the other thing, and you
We're
probably
getting
could
old.
vouch with this, is that, and you probably have done this, like you've done a christening, the same girl you do her communion, the same girl you do a sweet 16, the same girl you do her wedding.
I was just telling Tony that I did this girl's baptism.
Right.
I did a communion.
Right.
I did her sweet 16. I did her wedding. I'm doing her daughter's baptism.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to be doing her daughter's wedding.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
how- yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
crazy it is.
Yep.
It's like, and the family, the songs. You do so many parties for these families, you know everything. It's like you
You know exactly what they want to hear.
Yep, you know who Uncle Barry's going to do Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell,
Yeah.
or Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. All right, so the only other shocker that I have is something that I kind of knew but didn't really know.
A
And
shocker?
It's a shocker. It's kind of strange, but maybe not. I thought it was kind of cool. My daughter goes to Massapequa High School, and she went to the prom, the 11th grade prom.
Okay.
And I DJ that night. I come home. And
So your daughter's the same age as my daughter.
well, that's what I was going to get.
Oh,
This is kind of
a shock.
This is kind of cool.
You DJ'd the prom?
No, I DJ'd a party that night.
Oh, not the
It's
prom.
somewhere else. I couldn't go to the pictures. I would have went.
okay.
I would have went to the house with my
Right.
daughter and took pictures with her
Yeah.
friends. So my daughter's got 3 friends that went to this house for pictures, and then I came home that night. She's like, "Oh, Dad, you know who was there? Vinny Dice was there."
Your daughter was there.
My daughter was at your daughter's Gina,
Why
right?
didn't she say hello?
My son was at that prom.
Because people
Yeah.
people get starstruck around.
They get
Vinny Dice.
nervous.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's like I was going to say hi, but
see it.
nah.
Oh, they should have said hello.
Yeah, but isn't that weird that there's maybe 8 girls or 9 girls in the picture,
Right.
and your daughter and my daughter? That's how small the world is. I thought that was pretty
Very
cool.
small.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because me and my wife were there. We brought them over to the house, and they took pictures. And
right. My wife went down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
that is cool.
Small world. She should go. Yeah, so they know each other too. We're gonna get going, but I want to thank you, Tony Sazic.
Sazic.
Tony Sazic.
We got to have
So
them over the
you-
house on Tuesday.
You guys have a
let's invite him over.
Tuesday night cooking show. It starts at 8:00.
Tuesday night, you go to the page, the Vinny Dice and Tony Sazic Cooking Show, every Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
8
Hit
p.m.
the follow and like button.
All right, to put you on the spot, DJ Vinny Dice, why don't you play us out with something, and not Last Dance? What would you put on? Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Have a good time. Safe trip home. We'll see you next time. DJ Vinny Dice.
How you doing?
Well, I got to be honest with you.
You don't have any?
this is one of my favorites. It's an old school song, and I like it. Want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Joey Petroni Show here every Tuesday. And let me tell you something. We had a great time here. Me, Joey, and Tony Sazic.
How you
Make
doing?
sure you guys follow us and like all our stuff on social media. Tony, any words?
Thank you for listening.
Give me a little Italian, Tony.
A little Italian?
Italian, a little Italian.
What do you want to say?
Say thank you. Have a good night.
Grazie a tutti quanti, guys and dolls. Have a good night.
Best DJ in Long Island, DJ Vinny Dice.
Thank you very much, Joey.